Welcome back to AM Northwest. Now, if you shy away from cooking seafood because it seems too fussy, our next guest wants to change your mind. Here to share a delicious recipe from her latest cookbook for the love of seafood, we welcome back our friend, Chef Karista Bennett. So great to see you. Oh, my goodness. So tell me, the idea is some people are intimidated by cooking fish because sometimes it just can go so fast.
Yes.
Right?
It can cook quickly and it can overcook quickly.
Right.
So just a few tips. Make sure that your pan is medium-high heat. And if you have a pan that's ceramic coated,
right,
keep it at medium heat so it doesn't ruin your coating.
Okay.
Pat your fish dry before you put it in the pan.
Oh.
And for every inch of thickness, it should only cook between 8 and 10 minutes.
Oh.
So the thing is when you're cooking fish, stay here.
Yeah.
Don't do something else.
Don't do something else.
Yeah, just stay here, watch it,
Gotcha.
eyeball it, and it does cook quickly, which is the beauty of cooking fish.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And then the fish that we're going to cook today.
Today we're cooking lingcod. Right here I have halibut, but I wanted to show lingcod. I had one big, huge fillet, and people sometimes think, oh, how am I going to cook that?
Right.
I cut it up.
Okay.
Just cut it up in pieces. That's the best way. It's more manageable, and it cooks quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're making a pan-cooked fish with blackberry orange relish.
Ooh.
It's just nice and festive,
yeah,
easy. It's beautiful enough to serve for dinner guests, but quick enough to serve on a weeknight.
Okay.
So if you will zest that orange, I'm going to get started on the shallots. This relish it goes quickly, so what I do is I prepare this first, and then I cook my fish. So I'm just going to add some shallots to the bottom of a saute pan. And all I want to do is just saute them until they are nice and fragrant.
Okay.
And soft.
To me, the aroma of shallots cooking in the oil is the best.
It is, and just when it gets nice and fragrant, that's when we're going to start adding the other ingredients.
Okay.
And in this relish, I'm just going to add a little bit of fresh thyme.
Okay.
And I know we probably all have some fresh thyme in our garden this time of year. I'm going to season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And
do we have enough?
We do have enough zest. Perfect.
Alrighty.
Perfect. And then, yeah, a little salt and pepper. And then just to round out the flavors, I'm going to add some honey to this. Blackberries are typically very sweet, especially during the summer.
Sure.
But just in case they're not, I like to add a little extra sweetness.
Okay.
And it balances the sweet, the savory.
Where'd you learn how to specialize in fish? Like, what is your background in that?
You know, in the beginning, I did not like fish, but then when I went to culinary school, one of my favorite classes was all about fish.
Oh.
And then I started teaching cooking classes in Seattle. I taught cooking classes for about 4.5, 5 years, and most of the classes that I taught were seafood.
Oh.
And I found that a lot of home cooks were really terrified of cooking seafood at home.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, you know, take the mystery out of cooking seafood.
Sure.
So, yeah, my seafood classes were always full, and people loved them.
That's great.
So, yeah. So now that I just put the honey in,
right?
I'm going to add my blackberries.
Okay.
You can also use marionberries, which are so good in the summer. I love marionberries. But
can you use blueberries?
You could use blueberries as well. Any kind of berry I think is really delicious with this. I'm just going to let this hang out here for just a minute.
Letting it hang out?
Yeah, just let all those flavors meld together, and then we are going to cook the fish.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull this pan over here that I heated up earlier.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to add a little bit of butter and oil. I like to mix the two, but if
Why is that?
When I cook fish, especially if it's a thinner piece of fish, the butter will brown, and it'll brown the fish a little bit faster.
Okay, gotcha.
Give it a nice deep color, especially if I'm using a pan that has a ceramic coating and you don't want to take it to medium-high heat. The butter fat, you know, toasting.
And it won't burn.
Right, it won't burn, but it'll give it a nice color.
Okay.
Which is what you want. You want some nice color. All right, so as soon as this is nice and hot and actually almost smoking, I'm gonna...
You mean like what we did earlier before the show started?
Earlier, when the smoke was all coming
We
up.
almost set off the fire alarm. We almost did.
That's what, yes. If you'd had me, oh, you know what, I did not get a fork, but that's okay. I'm gonna use my hands.
No, you have a fork here.
No, that's your fork.
That's my fork.
Yeah, that's your fork. That's okay. I'll use my hands, no big deal. All right, so this is... Just pretend all this is melted. It's nice and smoking.
Okay.
You're going to want to hear a sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
I've seasoned
there
it.
There we
go. Nice little sizzle. Now this was a whole fillet, and I cut it up because you want your pieces to be manageable.
Right.
And so that's what I always cut my fish up. And then I'm going to just season the other side, and we're going to let this hang out here.
And you said you patted it dry.
I did. Yeah. I patted the fish dry before I cook it because you don't want it to steam. The extra moisture will cause it to steam.
You go. Okay.
And you don't want that to happen because then you're not going to get the nice browning. If you're using a stainless steel pan or a cast iron or a carbon steel, you're going to want to take your heat up to medium high.
Okay.
And that's going to give it a really nice browning, nice sear. We're going to let this fish hang out here. And when you start to see the fish brown at the edges, you can't see it yet.
Right.
But when the fish starts to brown just around the edges, you're going to know it's time to flip.
Oh.
If you put your...
Because you can't really use a meat thermometer, or can you?
No, no. So when you get ready to flip, if it does not easily come off the bottom of the pan, leave it. Let it go for another minute. It's not ready.
Okay.
So you want to let it hang out for a little bit longer and then try to pull it off the pan and flip.
Okay.
If for some reason it breaks and it doesn't flip pretty, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's going to be delicious.
Yeah, it'll taste great anyway. Right.
Right. So that the fish will cook about 8 to 10 minutes for every inch of thickness.
Okay.
And this is pan cooking. Now, if I had
that seems long, 8 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Well, and so for this, I might let this little guy hang out for, you know, probably 8 minutes.
Okay.
I like my fish a tiny bit undercooked.
Yeah.
Only because it will finish cooking on my plate.
Yeah.
So
it continues.
It is just like chicken or beef. It'll continue to cook.
Okay.
And then some of these thinner pieces, they might go, you know, I might pull those off at 8 minutes. And this one I might go 10.
Okay.
So it's really your preference. So the pan will make a difference. If it's a heavy bottomed pan, it's going to have to hang out a little bit longer. It takes a little longer from the heat, you know, for the heat to get to the bottom of the pan.
Okay, and this again is a different type of fish, right? You said?
That's halibut. Yes, nice little flaky halibut.
Love halibut.
Fresh from the coast.
Oh my gosh.
So when this is done, you just plate it, top it with your relish.
Oh my gosh,
and
Karista.
It's done. It's so easy.
The relish is wonderful too.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the fish is flaky. Look at that.
And so that one took a little longer to cook. And what I did was I started off at medium-high in my stainless steel.
Right.
And then because it's such a thick piece of fish, I turned it down to medium, medium-low, and just let it cook a little bit slower.
It's beautiful. Look at it. It's beautiful. We're going to put the recipe on our website, but it's also in For the Love of Seafood. Karista Bennett, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. Thank you.